The House on Mango Street, written by Sandra Cisneros. We did not always live on Mango Street. Before that, we lived on Loomis on the third floor. And before that, we lived on Killer. Before Killer, it was Paulina. And before that, I can't remember. But what I remember most is moving a lot. Each time it seemed there would be one more of us. By the time we got to Mango Street, we were six. Mama, Papa, Charles, Kiki, my sister Nene and me. The house on Mango Street is ours and we don't have to pay rent to anybody or share the yard with the people downstairs. Or be careful not to make too much noise. And there's not a landlord banging on the ceiling with the broom. But even so, it's not the house we thought. We had to leave the flat on Loomis quick. The water pipes broke and the landlord would not fix them because the house was too old. We had to leave fast. We were using the washroom next door and carrying water over in emptied milk balloons. That's why Mama and Papa looked for a house, and that's why we moved into the house of house on Mango Street, far away on the other side of town. They always told us that one day we would move into a house, a real house that would be ours for always, so we would not have to live each year. And our house would have running water and pipes that worked, and inside it would have real stairs. Not hallway stairs, but stairs like the houses on TV. And we don't have a basement and at least three washrooms. So when we took a bath, we would not have to tell everybody. Our house would be white with trees around it, a great big yard, and the grass growing without a fence. This was the house Papa talked about when he held a lottery ticket, and this was the house Mama dreamed up in the stories she told us before we went to bed. But the house on Mango Street is not the way they told it at all. It's small and red with tight steps in front and windows so small you didn't think they were holding their breaths. Bricks are crumbling in places, and the front door is so swollen you have to push hard to get in. There is no front yard, only four little elms the city planted by the curb. Out back is a small garage for the car we don't own yet, and the small yard that looks smaller between the two buildings on either side. There are stairs in our house, but they are ordinary hallway stairs, and the house has only one washroom. Everybody has to share a bedroom. Mama and Papa, Carlos and Kiki, me and Nanny. Once, when we were living on Loomis, a nun from my school passed by and saw me playing out front. The laundromat downstairs had been boarded up because it had been robbed 2 days before, and the owner has painted on the wood, "Yes, bear. Open so as not to lose business." "Where do you live?" she asked. "There," I said, pointed up to the third floor. "You live there?" "There." I had to look to where she pointed. The third floor. The paint peeling, wooden bars. Papa had nailed on the windows so we would not fall out. "You live there?" The way she said it made me feel like a king. "There. I live there." I nodded. I knew then I had to have a house. A real house. One I could point to. But this is not the house on Mango Street, isn't it? For the time being, Mama says. "Temporary," says Papa. But I know how those things go. Everybody in our family has different hair. My Papa's hair is like a broom, all up in the air. And me, my hair is lazy. It never obeys barrettes or bends. Carlo's hair is thick and straight. He does not need to comb it. Nanny's hair is slippery, slides out, and Kiki, who is the youngest, has hair like fur. But my mother hair like little rosettes, like little candy circles, all curly and pretty because she bent it in pinnacles all day. Sweet to put your nose into when she is holding you and you feel safe. It's the warm smell of bread before you bake it. It's the smell when she makes room for you on her side of the bed, still warm with her skin, and you look near her. The rain outside falling and Papa snoring. The snoring, the rain, and Mama's hair that smells like bread. The boys and the girls live in separate worlds. The boys in their universe and we in our. My brothers, for example, they were got plenty to say to me and Nanny inside the house, but outside they can't be seen talking to girls. Carlos and Kiki are each other's best friend, not ours. Nanny is too young to be my friend. She's just my sister, and that was not my fault. You don't pick your sisters, you just get them, and sometimes they come like Nanny. She can't play with those ruckus kids, or she will turn out just like them. And since she comes right after me, she's my responsibility. Someday I will have a best friend all my own. One I can tell my secrets to. One who will understand my joke without my having to explain them. Until then, I am a red balloon, a balloon tied to an anchor. In English, my name means hope. In Spanish, it means too many letters. It means sadness. It means waiting. It is like the number 9, a moody color. It is the Mexican records my father plays on Sunday morning when he is shaving. Songs like Soviet. It was my great grandmother's name, and now it is mine. She was a horsewoman too, born like me in the Chinese year of the horse, which is supposed to be bad luck if you are born female. But I think this is a Chinese lie, because the Chinese, like the Mexicans, don't their women strong?